Hi again, guys, and welcome to another replay cast. This time, it's one of my own, a fairly recent one. This was played only a couple of days ago on Prokhrovka. As you can see, it's a tier 9 match, and I'm in my T-44-100. I've been using this tank to grind my Soviet medium tank crews, and it's been pretty good. And it's also not bad for making credits, especially with the new matchmaking. You get into so many more matches where you can pen anything that you meet, pretty much, really. So we're just going to get straight into it. And I'm also going to show you why Prokhrovka is horribly imbalanced. And it's all down to what you get on each side of the map. And North Spawn gets all the good things. So we're going to be taking most of this match, well, in fact, all of the match. We are literally just going to be using the middle ridge. Now, for a lot of tanks, especially Russian tanks, the middle ridge isn't really an option because it does require some gun depression. Luckily, this has some. It's got about 7 degrees, and as you can see, it can just throw shots into things when you auto-aim like that. And then just, jinking back and forward, and still get a shot into the side of the Lorraine anyway, because, Russia. And anyway, middle ridge on Prokhrovka. The reason why it's better from the north side is because the north side actually has not quite a steep slope coming up to it. And you'll see this if you were to go into the training room and have a closer look for yourself. You'll see that the side that I'm on doesn't have quite as steep a rise coming to it. So that means you can use tanks that don't have as much gun depression and still remain fairly hull down while taking pot shots at people. Much like we did at the Lorraine. And we're going to do so again very shortly. Both Indian Panzers on the enemy team have been spotted. And there's the light tank once again, the M41-90. It's not that Indian Panzer we're going to shoot in the face, though. No, not at all. In fact, we don't shoot that guy at all. It's the other one who's hiding back on H2 who we're going to shoot. But right now we're kind of getting in position to shoot the T-44 lightweight, because the fewer light tanks that we have to deal with, the better on this kind of map. Now, that first shot did miss. We also spotted the M41-90 again, and he gets taken out by our friendly T-54 lightweight, who is also on the hill. And there, that shot goes into the enemy T-54 lightweight. And then we pull back around since he's unspotted, and now we can see if we can get shots into the enemies who have been spotted over this side. We're going to spot the Indian Panzers again. That's a very, very Russia shot there, and the Waffle just fired, and he's running, so we're going to put a shot into him, and it's a nice high roll for 305. And then another shot into that Indian Panzer, who hasn't moved whatsoever, but I think he's now feeling, okay, maybe it's time to not stay in the exact same location for the entirety of the match. So once again, we're kind of creeping backwards and forwards here and moving left to right. See if we can occasionally get shots at people on the hill. We do still have to be careful because shooting people on the hill is kind of risky from this side. If you get too far up the middle ridge, then people who are on J7 on the rail tracks, they can shoot you. As we will see actually later on. And there's the Indian Panzer once again. Or one of them at least. That's the one who's not been shot quite as much. Although he's not going to have a very fun match either, so both of those two tanks, well, players are going to be kind of unfortunate. Not really helped by their positioning, however. And the fact that they've had South Spawn on Prokhrovka, which is always something that makes you feel bad, because it's just not as good a spawn. Sure, you can get up to the hill first. Sure, you can maybe screw over light tanks who are rushing the E1 bush. But you've got to get really lucky to actually win a match on this. You really got to, like, if the north spawn end up controlling the middle ridge like I am here, as well as their side of the hill, then it's game over. So winning the middle ridge for south spawn is incredibly important. And this is going to be a bullshit shot right here. Watch this. Right over the ridge into him. And I still get hit by the Yag Tiger because he did the exact same to me. Does take out our driver. And then I point out to the team that the Yag Tiger is indeed camping on J7. So we're just moving around a bit because there is Artie in play this match. The GW Tiger P. Though I get the feeling he is trying to focus this T-34 here. I start moving to try and get shots on the hill, but then I realize there's the Lorraine spotted, and the Panther II, and the T-54 lightweight. So we shoot the Lorraine in the face, and then start getting in position to try and screw over the T-54 lightweight's ideas of trying to do well in this match. And another shot into the Lorraine. He's now a one-shot for everything, and then the T-95 actually ammo racks him. Now we're going to see some really odd play from this T-54 lightweight player. There's the Yag Tiger spotted. We do end up trying to get a shot on him, but he ends up pulling back and going hull down just in time for us to not be able to do anything. I do still put the shot at him, hoping that maybe he will have turned, but that ends up bouncing. He was still facing us, but it was a shot that maybe put a bit more pressure on him, which is very, very important in these situations where scores are equal. Now we're going to put a shot towards the waffle again because he is distracted. Unfortunately it does miss. We're farming some spotting in the meantime on the Indian Panzer and the Panther II to my left. We do also get some spotting on that waffle because reasons. Someone blind fired him. It was the Indian Panzer. And we got a little bit of spotting on the enemy Indian Panzer just as he dies there. Or at least one of them. And here comes the T-54 lightweight. This is not a good play. Because I have a Yag Tiger and a T-34 to my side to support me. And it is indeed the Yag Tiger who finishes him off. Now maybe that guy was thinking, oh, I've got a tier 9 light tank that's basically just a T-54 with slightly worse armor. Yeah, about that. The worse armor part, that was really coming into play right there. And the fact that I tracked him in front of the T-34 slowed down any momentum he might have had. He was really expecting to just go around and circle strafe me, but no, that's not how it works. And we do put a couple of blind shots, hoping to hit the waffle there, who is spotted on K7, K8. But actually, we're going to find out that we don't hit the waffle with any of those blind shots. We hit something else entirely. Meanwhile, the AMX-5120 does get taken down right in front of us. What he was doing this match was kind of questionable. I then asked my team to stop capping. It's only the Waffen Trigger Panzer IV who's in the cap as well. And he does actually leave the cap and starts progressing down towards where the enemies are. Friendly RT is telling everyone who's ready to aim on K8 where the last few enemy tanks are. And I'm going up the middle here because I've got the potential to spot where the waffle that I was shooting in the first place was. But it turns out he actually went up onto the rail tracks, which was not the smartest idea, because now I can shoot him in the face. And he also gets shot in the face by someone else. I get some of the spotting, and then we find the RT. And he was looking a little bit low on health there. You may be wondering why. That's who I hit with the blind shot. And we're going to see this in the results screen. And we just do, you know, casual Russia shot. Just not even aimed, just go forward, shoot, pull back. No problem, comrade, but it's not really going to work in every situation because these guns will troll the shit out of you at times. like most guns. And that blind shot there from the Indian Panzer actually went in. As you can see, that Waffle was on 420 health, and the Indian Panzer actually hit that shot. So GG's to him on that shot. So, yeah, pretty nice match there. We ended up getting our ace tanker, and we did 3,241 damage, got ourselves 2 kills, 1,319 base XP. We also got over 2,200 spotting and assistance. We made 117,000 credits with a premium account. Even though we had full premium consumables, we still made a 65,722 credit profit, which is pretty nice. It was a really good match for us because there was nothing that we needed to fire premium at whatsoever. So, yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. We ended up getting the base XP boosted to 1,978 because of a premium account. We got 198 extra XP after that for playing a premium tank, and then we got a total XP of 2,176, which is pretty nice. I do have to say, I do quite like this tank. It does have some bad sides to it, the pen being one of them. 183 pen on a tier 8 medium tank that can see tier 10s. That's pretty awful. Yeah, 180, that's not very good. And the APCR isn't much better. 235. That, like, if it was 250 for premium and maybe 200 for standard, like it is on the M4 Revolorize, that would probably be a lot better. However, I do feel that with the lack of DPM that a lot of these tier 8s have, tier 8 mediums, they do need a bit better pen. Though that is another question for another video, another time. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and just I want to know if you guys want to see more replays where I go over what I'm doing, maybe go over a bit of the map, go over what the enemy team does as well if I see them doing any dumb shit. Just let me know, just in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you next time.